Hello YouTube, this is Project X from Server 7 with another YouTube video. So today's YouTube video is going to be about formations, like who should you look for, what type. I'm not going to say strategy wise, but I'm going to say the concept of looking for your perfect squad. But first, let me go on and saying that I cannot make a video on Luffy and what's his name? Where's the other guy? This one. Because then I don't have them currently. I'll try to find out, I'll contact some people to see if they want to do some footage for me, but other than that, you gotta wait. Is it that I can find somebody, or you gotta wait till I get it, which will be a while. But let me just go on to today's video then. So if you haven't seen, I posted a video on, front, back, and mid units, right? But let's just try to put it into good use. So I guess the best way to do it is to show you my squad and tell you why I did it, and then hopefully you guys can mimic it. I actually have 2 forbs, I guess, or no, 3. So one of them is just my strongest units. Let's see here. I'll have Madara, Rin. So this is like my strongest squad as of right now. Of course, not with these stats, but just overall. Now let me go explain to you why I have this squad. So when we start out the match, Captain Guy automatically freezes pretty much everybody that's in a certain limit range. Level limit, I guess. Next thing, 4th Hokage. He will pretty much just speed up everything. He will do massive. He will do like decent amount of damage. To the opponent's side. Hopefully to kill out. Just hurry up, kill out their weakest opponent. And then also when he does his special, as hopefully everybody knows that they speed up their attacks and pretty much they can get their super quicker. Which then goes back to Captain Zagaya, where he will actually freeze. And I think I'll just play. There's a small little miniature video or one show and go on a play-by-play basis. So I can see when we start, they all freeze. If you can see on the bottom of their feet. Now you can see sometimes there's a big block on one character, right? Which will happen randomly. That's because of Captain Tagaya. Now when Captain Tagaya does his special, he'll freeze like 3 to 4 people, which makes it even better. Depends on who I'm fighting against, right? Next is of course SS ranking. Which of course they'll do the massive amount of damage and wipe out hopefully everybody on the other team squad. Now next up is Madara. Madara, he's the ace in the hole. He's my ace in the hole. He's just in case everybody else dies, in case all fails. Hopefully Madara could hold off on his own. Depends if I'm defending, because when you're getting attacked, right, you just have to last the 90 seconds. If you're doing the attack, you have to beat them in 90 seconds. So that's why I have Madara on my squad, because then hopefully I can have him last 90 seconds. That's why I do so much training on him. So now let me go now let me go explain now the other 2 ones I have again. This was meant for a defense type, but I really don't know. I'm really liking it. So I'll have something like this, where of course the three people I still kept, their roles are still the same. But of course, then you have Itachi, who will pretty much him and Tai slow down the special. Well, not slow down, just make it take longer to do the special. And of course, you got TV to heal. That's just pretty common. And then after that, I'll just have Captain Sagaya and 4th Hokage just freeze up, speed up. Yeah, and then of course there is one more, oopsies, that I have, which everybody should know. Which everybody has been using, I guess. I'll have something like this. Where pretty much I'm just hoping the SS ranking, the SS combination will just, hurry up, wipe out everybody, and, do it several times. So those are just 3 combinations and why I did it. So let me go on to explaining what you should be looking for. It's on your squad. So there's many different combinations you could do. But step number 1 is when you're looking at it, right? Say if you did not have, the VPI 7, right, where you could do holy summoning and get all this stuff. Just just browse and look at your character. Just see what he could do, or he or she could do, and it's and at the point it's like you're trying to copy out the best and trying to mimic their type of play style. Um, so this is pretty hard to explain. So you gotta. So when you're putting in a group together, like I'll put up a random group right now, and I'll tell you what I did for them, why I did everything for it. Which will make sense for some people and won't make sense for others. So I'll put a group which completely has no SS ranking characters, and I'll tell you why I did it. And then hopefully you guys could just mimic and copy, what was my reasoning, because in every single character must have a reason in the group. There's no point if that character is just there just to be there, then that's not a good character for your group. So that's why it's hard when people ask in the servers, and like, who's better, Itachi or Hisoka? It's hard because then it's like, well, if you have, for example, Zero, right? Zero is like an Itachi, but a little bit weaker. But he still does it. He'll still make you sure you don't do your special on time. So at that point, Hisoka is better. Um, so that's why it's a little bit hard on determining who. So now let me go back to explaining what I'm going to pick. So where is he? I guess I got rid of him. We're gonna go with Hinata. Reason why is because then with her specials or with her skills, she will pull up a magic shield for everybody, which could pretty much benefit. Let's see here. I'll have Green Gel. Green Gel does the most damage. He'll pretty much annihilate everybody. And the only bad part about Green Gel is that he will lose half his health, 50%. But bonus side is that when you get him plus enough, I don't know which one is it, or the third or the fourth one of those, he will take like a portion of health from the back units or the supportive class, I guess. Now next, I will have something like this. Um, right here. Right, Sakura to heal. What's Orihime to pull up a front shield, so more defensive power on the front side. Maybe a little bit on the mid, I don't know. And then what's his name? This animal right here. He's pretty much like a Hisagaya. He freezes people with this ability. So as you can see there, I pretty much pointed out why I did that. Why I put up these characters, and they're not all. The highest one is just S class, which is Grunjao. But there's several other ways you could do it. Let me just show you one group where you could get them without being VPI 7 or without an event that could just happen. TV, it's surprising enough, you could get her through the diamond, senior diamond ranking up or whatever it is. I'll put up Olahimi again for that front shield. And then I guess here I'll put in a 0, to pull up that Itachi effect. And then after that, I'll have like this, just the Natsu and Lucy combination where they could pretty much just breathe the crap out of you. But I guess for now, let's just put this for an example, and we'll find the same group that I was finding earlier. So let's just hope they do well. It's after that, it's just trial and error to see which groove would you prefer. It's not always going to work. It's sometimes going to fail, and it's hard to raise it to scale. It seems like to me they're doing pretty well. Bam, they did a special. Not too well, I guess. But at least nobody died yet. There they go. Okay, and then people are getting healed back again. So, it's working, I guess. It's people are not dying. They're doing decent amount of damage, and I don't have any. And this is completely free VPN. You don't have to do this way. You could have the what's it called? What's his name? Goku and Gogeta's combination, and there's several other things you can do. Not to her. I'm just gonna skip out on this. There's no point in me doing this. But yeah, it's you gotta find out why you're gonna put in the reasoning, and you gotta really look into details in what they can or can't do. Right? Use when you hit level 30. Right? Abuse right here the war between. I think war between mentions right here. Right? Use it as much times as you can. Right? And see if they got a character you don't got. So in case like, if you well, I think I got all these characters in case you want to try out a new combination, you can. It's just seeing like if say for example, um, I didn't have Thorn right, and my combination was like this. I think I have this before at a certain point, like before the SS ranking came in. I'll have a or no, the SS ranking came in. Rin was not available at the time. It was I just had the other character. I think I had something like this, right? Which is pretty common, I guess, to most people. Alright, I'll have something like this. And then after that, what I will do is that I'll actually use this same group and then put in what I'm replacing. Oh, one sec. These days, this is, there we go, and then after that, I'll just test it out. See how many times. I'll do multiple tries, because then you can't just use one and then go through with that. Go through with that test, if maybe there was just a lucky break. And then after that, you just continue on a trial and error. We see if you win, see if you lose, see why you won, who made the best mount. And then, of course, switch sides. See, you're going to pick on the side you were still had, and then who you against. And then after that, switch sides, and, and do it again, do it again, do it again. It does take several thousand matches to find out who's the lucky groove. Right? It's pretty hard. So as you can see here, the group I already had one, but I still didn't know why. I believe one of my characters died first before the other side. So you just gotta continue switching up, see what happened during the mix, and then continue trying out. There's It's just trial and errors. You're thinking of an idea, seeing why does this work. And this is only could work if you're against yourself, because then at that point it's like somewhat of an even scale. But I don't suggest you do this to find out if it's better than the other team, because then it's highly unpractical. Because in this, like for example, in this group, all 5 characters are awakening. The only characters I do have present is the fourth Hokage and Madara, so it's quite unrealistic, just overall. Other than that, that's pretty much it. And there's really no best squad. It's because if there was a best squad, the All Star squad, then this person will always be in the first place. But Riku's not always in first place. You got sometimes Nagara, he's sometimes in first place. Gara, he's sometimes in first place. And, they're all different squads. Legend used to be, on point. He used to be untouchable at a certain point. I think he's the highest level. Udo Only, I think he's sometimes in the first place. I don't really remember. I don't really recall if he was. So yeah, there's not a best squad. There's not the perfect one. There is a good one that could suit for you, and not everybody can copy that. Like for example, let me just pull up again the high rankings. Let's use Ruku. Thanks Ruku for having your characters out. Well, thank God you're number 1. So look, his Rin is 6 stars. 6 stars, 7 stars Itachi, 5 star, 4, 6 star Hisoka. I cannot do that. I don't even have 4 star SS ranking. All mine's still 3-star. And then if you even go into more details in there, right? Look at the training level. It's maxed out. It's unreal. Like my highest is, like I said, Madara, and he's all right. Like 1 million power level. I'm like, oh my goodness, just unreal. Why can't I exit? And that's just with the highest ranking. Now, of course, they put in a lot of money, and they're the top in their server, so it's understandable that they're in the top, and they've been playing the game for quite the longest. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the video. This game's lagging for me, so I guess I'm gonna have to end it on this note. Thanks, Roku, for being the top guy, so I could watch, so I could use your information. Thanks, whoever I actually used, and everybody else, etc., etc., etc. Just so you can help me prove this point that there is no perfect squad. There's good squads, and then there's squads. I guess you just gotta find your groove. It's not an easy task. It's quite quite time consuming. There's not the all mega perfect one. So yeah, and then after that, that's it. And thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sub if you like.